How you guys doing out there? This is Carrie with Abstract Wellness. I'm here to talk to you guys today about a very gentle subject that has been in the news. Actually, it's been around for quite a while, but more recently in the news, being that there were a number of events surrounding people inflicted with various mental illnesses, and that's going to be the topic of discussion for today. Please remember that any information that we talk about in any of these segments are at your discretion whether or not you would like to take my advice. It is recommended that you seek the advice of your specific medical doctor, physician, uh, pathologist, what have you, whoever that you see on a professional basis in regards to your medical care. And anything that's discussed in this video is at your discretion, whether or not you choose to follow it or take me up on any advice is solely at your discretion. Again, my name is Carrie Bryant, and I'm here with Abstract Wellness, giving you a little information about health and wellness from a different point of view, from a natural, holistic point of view. And I just wanted to point out that a lot of discussion has recently turned to mental illness regarding individuals that have been in the news recently, and a lot of people that have come across my path recently. I just spoke with a young lady this evening in regards to this same topic, and it keeps coming up over and over and over again. There are a lot of people out there that are dealing with these issues thinking that there is no help for them other than a drug or prescription that's given to them by a medical professional, a neurologist, etc. And a lot of people do not want or do not prefer to be on medications because of the adverse reactions or effects that it has on one's body, mental state. I can go on and on and on. And it's quite sad. I'm just going to say this, get my opinion out at the beginning of this segment. It's just very sad that we have a medical society that favors, certain drugs that are more harmful to one's health and mental state versus something that's less harmful, like a natural alternative. And I just want everybody out there to know that if you or a loved one, a friend, a family member, they're out there and they're dealing with any mental illnesses or any mental issues, there is hope. There's natural, holistic things out there that will aid you and help you feel better versus something that you put in your body that may harm you even further than you're being harmed. I feel very strongly about that. You have other countries out there, outside of the United States that are prescribing holistic or herbal uh, remedies for things such as this and a whole lot of other, ailments as well. But here in the United States, it's just not an option right now. So I'm here to tell you, here to share some information with you. I really hope that you take this information to heart, you research it. If you can't find the items that we're going to discuss today, please contact me. Uh, I'm here for you via email. You can contact me, drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to assist you. We're going to start off today with a study that was done by Harvard Medical School, and in an October, I think it's October 2016, October 2015 research journal that they actually put out, they stated that natural holistic therapies may be safe, or that they are safe, and they're effective for persons that are suffering from mental health issues. And this is in an October 2015 journal that they put out. And this is Harvard. This is a credible medical school. So I do believe that there are more and more medical facilities, medical associations that are looking at holistic treatment for not only mental health issues, but a lot of other things as well. the basis of medicine began with roots and herbs, and they've kind of gone away from that. Being everything is being made in a laboratory and fabricated in a laboratory. And if you notice now, you'll see a new drug come out on the market, and the drug will say, "Hey, look at me! This is a new drug. This is what I can do for you." However, in commercial, the man or the woman that talks over all of the benefit, you see the benefits, and then they say all the side effects that go along with it. You may suffer from a stroke, you may have a heart attack, you may have bleeding out of your eyes, you may not be able to hear, you may not be able to walk, you may not be able to talk. And that's the norm. That's the norm when it comes to a lot of these, not only new drugs, but older drugs out there on the market as well. So I wanted to touch base on mental health illnesses, some of the issues that people have, in not only people that display this information, but people that also hide these issues as well. They don't want anyone to know that they're suffering from these issues. Everybody has moments and times in their lives when they go through things happen to them for, unbeknown reasons. And, they just go through life. It's life. You live life, you go through life, and you start thinking certain ways, and certain things happen, and, so on and so on. And the human mind is an amazing thing. We're capable of amazing things, but your mind can also be a nightmare. If there's a chemical imbalance that's going on, if there are things that you just can't get past, you become stagnant in life. And a lot of times that has to do with what's going on in your mind. What are you thinking about? How are you processing information? And unfortunately, some of the events that have taken place in our society and in the news have reflected on individuals that have dealt or were dealing with mental health issues. So it is my belief that I have to speak about this. I don't know if these individuals that committed crimes or heinous acts, if they were indeed on any type of a mental drug or anything like that, dealing with the issues that they have or have had. I don't know that. That was not known. It wasn't stated. However, I'm here to just give you some examples of some natural alternatives, some natural things that will be able to help you if you or someone else that you know, a loved one, is suffering from any type of mental health issues, any type of mental health issues. There is a natural solution out there for you. Some of the mental health issues that we're dealing with, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. You've got a lot of people that deal with anxiety and panic issues, panic attacks, panic disorders, bipolar disorders, depression. Depression is heavy. There are a lot of people that, they're depressed for a lot of different reasons. You just can't put your finger on one, and it's not necessarily your fault. It's just something that happens when we deal with life. You've got eating disorders. You've got schizophrenia. You've got substance abuse and addiction. So when I name off these afflictions or these issues, this is an epidemic, because you have people that deal with this all the time, and some people are able to seek out help and get the help that they need, and then you have others that can't get that help. They can't reach out to someone. They don't know who to turn to, or they've reached out and what they've been prescribed or what they're taking is not working for them. So just that short list that I named, it's pretty huge. It's pretty huge. The people or persons that deal with these type of disorders on a day-to-day basis, it's a big deal for them. So I want to be able to give you some sort of an answer. If you're dealing with any one of those issues or something like it, there's something natural out there for you. There is something natural out there for you. I don't care if your doctor has given you something. You can take something that your doctor has prescribed for you and say, hey, I want to go a more natural path, the chances are your doctor's going to look at you like you're crazy and say, excuse me, what's going on here? I've given you this. But deep down in your heart, if you know that it's not working or it's working like, I still don't feel like myself, there's a problem. There's a problem. And one of the issues is when you go to the doctor, 9 times out of 10, they're going to want you to keep coming back. They have to eat. Okay. I'm coming from a profession that I know this. I know this. They have to eat too. And they have to stay in business. Like I stated earlier, this country is one of the only countries where they will not look into holistic or naturopathic solutions. So, with that said, we're going to go and dive into some of the issues that we covered, some of the alternative medicines, I call it naturopathic medicines, that you'll be able to take, that you'll start to feel relief in regards to your afflictions or your issues or whatever it is that you have. And if you currently take any antidepressant medications or anything like that, if you contact your physician and discuss these options with him or her, they might tell you, hey, this is not a good idea for you. Or they might say, hey, yeah, it's a good idea. Let's go on ahead and let's start you on this. Or you decide you want to take that and let's monitor your dosage. And you never know, you might be weaned off of whatever it is that you're taking, or slowly the dosage decreasing, dependent upon how you react to the naturopathic, holistic options that are out there. And this is only if you're tired of not getting the results that you are seeking. So, the first thing I wanted to discuss with you are the panic and anxiety disorders, specifically lavender, passion flower, kava kava, and valerian root. These items work. The reason why these items work is because lavender, passion flower, valerian root, and kava kava decrease stress, okay? They decrease anxiety, and they assist you in sleep. Now, they also help you out with bipolar disorders and depression as well. So you have a wide variety of things that you can take from a natural holistic point if you are dealing with something like anxiety, panic attack disorders, or things like that, or bipolar disorders. That's related to your brain as well. And just to give you a little clue on what this looks like, this is what lavender looks like. These are lavender flowers, by the way. They smell awesome. Some people use them in essential oils. I like to make a tea out of it as well. But there's a lot that you can do with it as well. This is what passion flower looks like. Looks like tea leaves, but honestly, it's not. All these herbs are different in their own right. They all do different things, and you get great results. This is valerian root. And the first thing, it looks like a little powder. I don't know if you could pick up the color or not. It's like a tannish kind of color. The first thing you'll notice about valerian root is it has a distinctive smell. Once you smell valerian root, you'll never forget it. And a lot of people say to me, my mom used to take valerian root, or my grandmother used to take valerian root. And the reason why I know it, that's what it was, is because it used to smell like not so great, but it works. I know a lady that told me that her grandmother had 12 kids. And the reason why she was calm, even with 12 children, was because she took valerian root every day. And I can believe it. It has great benefits. The next thing I want to share with you is kava kava. Kava kava looks very similar to valerian root. It's in the same family. It does not have that smell. However, kava kava has gotten bad press because they say, oh, it was linked to some sort of a kidney failure incident. And the thing is if you abuse something, even though it's a root or an herb, it's powerful enough so that it is able to help you because of the properties that the herb or the root has. It's able to help you. If you abuse something, it will have an adverse effect on your body, such as kidney failure or any other type of failure that you have. I mean, it's possible for you to not take something in its rightful manner and then you suffer from it. So this is one of the items where you have to be careful with it. You really do. And it's just for your own good. It's just for your own good. I also wanted to hint on things that are or herbs that are related to maybe eating disorders. St. John's wort is a really, really good herb for someone that's dealing with eating disorders, as well as chamomile, rhodiola, and lavender. We've already discussed lavender. Schizophrenia, also St. John's wort, lavender, and chamomile. And they have the calming properties as well. And for substance abuse and addiction, St. John's wort and rhodiola. And let me just show you really quick. This is what St. John's wort looks like. And the reason why I show you what the herbs look like is just in case if you wanted to pick these up for yourself. I also carry these herbs on my website. They're not listed individually. However, I do recommend that you contact me if you need any type of a special custom mix. I do that as well. And let me show you what rhodiola looks like. This is what it looks like. Looks like little wood chips. However, it's nothing like wood chips, just to let you know. And I've got some chamomile flowers, and everybody knows what chamomile is. It smells wonderful. It relaxes you. It puts you in a relaxed state. It gets you ready for bedtime sometimes. Some people take it in the winter. If it's cold, if it's rainy, they take it. They feel better, what have you. But it is an awesome, awesome thing to have in your cabinet. Also, if you have any questions in regards to any of the items that we're talking about today, any of the herbs that I've shown you, I'm able to acquire these herbs for you. I'm able to put them into a mix for you, depending on your specific issue. Drop me a line. You can go to www.abstractwellness.com. Send me an email. Let me know that you saw these herbs or these roots on the YouTube video, or you'd like to discuss other issues outside of the premixes that are listed on the website, and I'll be more than happy to assist you. And if you have any specific questions about your specific condition, as I stated earlier, please contact your physician directly. However, if you would like any information about these specific, I want to say cures, because they do help a lot of people that cannot sleep, people that are dealing with disorders such as what we discussed earlier, anxiety, panic disorders, depression, and so forth. Please, please, please do not hesitate to give me a call. I know that I've spoken with a mother as well that had an issue with her daughter and ADHD. She didn't want her child on the sister drug of Ritalin, so I put something together for her, and she basically said it was like night and day. And I honestly believe the more that you can be non-chemical dependent upon these drugs that your doctors are writing for you, you become a slave to that drug. You need something. If that doesn't work, then you need something else. And these natural alternatives do work. You have to be diligent, and you have to give your body time to ingest these solutions, and also just give yourself time to heal, and it'll work for you. I honestly believe that. If you have any questions or concerns, give me a shout out, give me a call, give me a ring, like my webpage, like my Facebook page, www.abstractwellness.com. Until I see you next time, please, please, please be well, and I'll see you then.